Well, so I'm here in a beautiful place. It's idyllic, really. You can see. It's so nice to come and just woosa, just exhale. This is a wonderful place for me as someone who has come into this life to support not just people but also the earth in ascending. Today I was reading, before I came out to walk, I was reading a book about that was channeled by the Arcturians. And one of the things that they talked about is how there are people who are in this life, on this planet, who have come here with a mission. They came with a mission. However, part of the reality of living on the earth is that you forget who you have been in your previous lives or in your other incarnations, as you may exist in other dimensions. And the thing that was really heartening to hear, to read, is that the Arcturians are tasked with supporting the Earthbound Ambassadors, which they call them, or the light bringers, or the starseeds. Their mission is to help those humans who have come to this earth with a particular mission. Some people are floundering, trying to figure out what's going on and why they're here. And there's so many spirits that can pull us down, so many life forms, so many ways of that people are existing in a negative plane. That's the simplest way to put it. There's darkness, there's negativity, and sometimes it can pull us down. The Arcturians, during your dream time, come to you and help you to remember your mission. They unveil tiny pieces of your mission, so you may recall a snippet of a life that you've lived, or you may go into a space and have something and remember something specific, and there's just piece by piece by piece until you remember the full mission. And I was thinking about this and how in my life I gradually moved forward to understanding the fullness of my mission, and I'm still understanding. Still more and more is being released. If you had told me 5 years ago that I would be talking about aliens, starseeds, spirit guides from other planets, I would be like, okay, yeah, I do like Star Trek, but not like that. So, however, more and more is being revealed, and right now I'm in the time of upgrade. I just saw a orb, a light orb, out of the corner of my eye. Okay, anyway, that was a wonderful thing. So, you may be on a mission, and in your dream time, the Arcturians are helping you to recall your mission, and it's going to be revealed gradually, and sometimes it may be coupled with sadness, darkness of the soul, dark night of the soul, challenge to help you remember. And all of this has been designed by you before you came into this life, and your plan was shared with your spirit guides, with the Arcturians who may be working with you, with your ancestors, and all of the beings who are tasked with helping you, who are happy to be of service, to help you, because being here on the earth is really important, and this work is not easy. It's not easy. So if you're having some challenges, just remember, it's not easy, especially if you existed for a time in the angelic realm or in a spirit realm where there was more light, more happiness, more love, more joy than there is on this planet. We have the capacity for great love and great joy, and we also have the capacity for great sadness and death and dying and killing and control and tyranny. So there's a capacity for all of it, and that's what makes this earth plane so poignant and significant for souls who come here, because so much can be worked out. So many, you can understand so many ways of being, so many emotions by being on this planet. So there are multiple reasons for existing on this planet and being alive during this time. So one of the reasons is to work out karma, to experience all sides of things that you are interested in understanding. As a being of God, so God is existing through you, or the source is existing through you. You want to know it all. You want to experience it all. So that's why on this plane you can learn all the different components of an issue, all the different components of motherhood, of relationships, of money, lack, prosperity. You can learn all different components, all different facets of it. And even though it's difficult, it may be difficult as you're going through it, it's all a part of the goal, which is to have full and complete understanding of every issue, meaning that so that's how karma plays out, when you understand all sides of it. So when you come to this plane, you sometimes will recall a previous life, and sometimes recalling that previous life is so that you can understand karma, and that's part of it. And then part of it is giving you fuel to spark remembrance of your mission. Remembrance of your mission. For example, it's an example I can give. So, I've talked about this before. When my father passed away, and he was my best friend. We were very close. And when he passed away, I went through definitely a dark night of the soul. I also started to learn more about spirituality and life on other planets, and it's a fruit, fish fly. Actually, not the fish fly, but actually its carcass. I know if you're not a real nature person, you're like, oh my God, a carcass. Yeah, but you know what? So when you're sitting by the lake, this is what you get. I feel so badly too, because an insect landed on me, and I was startled, and I flicked it away, and I flicked it into the water, and I don't know if it's one of the insects that can swim. So please forgive me. Please forgive me, insect. Anyway, part of what you're doing is understanding karma. And sometimes when you experience different aspects of karmic contract, then you also are sparked to recall your mission. As I realized now, I was talking about my father. So when my father passed away, and I could still feel his spirit, then that sparked me to learn about metaphysics and past lives. It took me a while, though, years, before I could get to the place where I am now, where I embrace the previous lives that I've lived, for the most part. The ones that I've come to know. I embrace them. I'm sharing about them through the African Starseed Oracle Deck, and then guiding people through quantum healing hypnosis to connect to their past lives. And this is the thing that just really excited me, is that, the Arcturians back in the late 90s, back in the late 80s, which is when the book was written, We the Arcturians is the name of the book. They said that part of the plan is to reveal different aspects of previous lives to help people to remember their mission here on this planet. And then I realized, oh wow, I was guided to learn to do hypnosis, do quantum healing hypnosis, which helps people to connect to past lives. So I'm actually helping that process of helping people to recall their mission. So I feel really excited about that. And the mission is to reclaim and remember ancient practices that help us to know ourselves as being light beings, as being one with the Creator. That's the mission, and it's being done in all different kinds of ways. I do it, one of the ways I do it is through belly dance. Belly dance is an ancient practice that I'm sure I've done in other lives. And so I brought it to this life. And even though it was challenging for me, because I'm not the type of person that really likes to be out shaking and shimmying in front of people. You know, I'm not a person that likes to present myself as sexy. And belly dance has been devalued to just being something to help you be sexy. You know, and when being sexy, actually, the sexiness of it, well, this is a whole nother conversation. This is a whole nother conversation. So I'm not going to go off on that tangent. But that's an ancient practice that I've brought. And so you may be bringing another practice that is unique to you and your gifts in your previous lives. So, so it's important to lean into aspects of metaphysics that you're interested in. And sometimes it may not be metaphysical. Maybe it's something like being a doula, or will help, or taking care of babies, you know, and just this whole notion of people who are going back to women helping to birth babies. That's an ancient practice that's coming back. So it could be anything, and the Earthbound Ambassadors are all over the planet, and they have all different types of gifts and talents. And the goal is that all of us are working together to awaken as many humans as possible so that they can ascend with the earth. And if people decide not to wake up, if they don't ascend with the earth, that's okay. They can just go someplace where they can continue to live in a warlike state. But the earth, it won't be the earth though, because the earth is not having it anymore. She's like, no, and this is something that the Creator has ordained to happen. The Ascended Masters are supporting the evolution of the planet because the Creator Source has decided that it's time for that to happen. The earth is on board. You know, the earth is a living being. Not only does she have trees and, you know, just this, things that just fell from the tree that's there, but not only does she have things that grow from her earth, her ground, but she is a spirit, and she has, and she feels, and she thinks. She's. Some people say the earth is a starseed, not people, but I think the Arcturians said that. So anyway, as you can tell, I'm doing a lot of reading about Arcturians. So because I'm working on a project, so I'm learning more about them. And so the earth is evolving, and people are evolving too. And if you don't want to evolve, that's fine. You can, like I said, you can go someplace else and be warlike, but not here on the earth anymore. So we're working as light bringers, as Earthbound Ambassadors, to wake up as many people as we can. And if you resonate with this video, connect with me, have your quantum healing hypnosis session, get your African Starseed Oracle Deck, or I'll be offering some other programs as time progresses. And I look forward to connecting with you soon. My name is Sanaa Green. You can find me at Sanaa, SANAAGREEN.com, SanaaGreen.com.